What's up, guys? Welcome to Slops Locks Thunderdome edition, the greatest sports betting show in the history of sports betting shows. Everybody knows that. If you've never seen the show before, do yourself a favor right now before we get started. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button as well, just because, and also get the notifications on. You don't want to miss another one of these shows for as long as you live. While you're doing all that, I'm going to introduce you to today's panel. We got two guys, both named Matt, both Philly fans. I don't see a problem with that. We'll start with you first, Modi. What's up, man?
Oh, Slop, living the dream, gearing up for another Eagles playoff run that'll probably end in disappointment, but I'm feeling good.
Okay. You were here last week. We'll talk about that in a second. Matt, what do you think about the Eagles playoff run? Matt McEwen.
Yeah, mentally, I'm probably in the same space. I think we've been disappointed plenty, but you know what? We'll hope for good things this year.
You guys won one once, didn't you?
We did. We won one. Yeah,
when was that? Did. That was a while ago, wasn't it?
8 years ago. Who's counting? But yeah,
it feels like a while ago.
Yeah, we made the other one, but we lost that. So
it happens. I wouldn't worry about it. McEwen, last week.
I know.
Let's look at this. We had Tommy on here. Tommy had a last-second doctor's appointment. I think is why he's not here today. I'm not sure what happened, but thankfully, the great Matt Modi, who was also here last week, showed up. But Modi, what happened to yours? It looks like there's a couple red ones. Probably not.
Yeah, I can't actually see what the red ones are. I believe I had Jason Tatum. That's not my fault. That's like the first time he hasn't scored 30 points against the Pacers. So everybody says he's the Pacers killer, just like Anthony Edwards is the Celtics killer. So it's not my fault when that doesn't happen. What was the other red one on the
Chase Brown of the?
Yeah, that one's also not my fault because he got hurt. Even though he got hurt at the very, very, very end of the fourth quarter, like the last drive of the game. That's also not my fault because I can't just say he got hurt.
Yeah, that's correct. I like how you take full responsibility for these because you also had Bucky Irving 100-plus rushing yards, plus 230 or something like that. So technically, you were profitable.
Yeah, I made money. I did make money.
That's big. I had Kevin Durant over 4.5 assists, so I feel your pain. That was last Friday night. I don't even think he had one. Maybe. I don't know. I stopped watching at the halftimes. I fell asleep. It was a late game, not my fault. But I also had Antonio Gibson the next day, and he went way over 30 rushing yards, plus 106 on that price. So technically, I was profitable because my guy Anthony Richardson, who I had for Sunday, did not even play. Again, not my fault. I can't make these guys play, Matt. Here's the thing, though. I'll recap Tommy. Here's all you need to know. Tommy had Oregon money line. So I was like, all right, that's
rough. Yeah.
That's rough. It's tough to come back from something like that. But hey, whatever. Maybe next time he will be back. We'll talk to him about that. But here's the thing. We're not thinking about last week, guys. We're thinking about this week. We've got a gigantic sports weekend. I'm ready for it. I hope you two are. I'm going to go first. Then it's going to be DeadPres. Then after that, we're going to go Modi, all right? But we're going to snake draft before you, Modi. So you're going to get to go first in the second round. Feels right.
Very nice.
All right, we ready?
Let's do it.
Yep.
Man, I feel like we're going to win, like, everything this week. Because the first one I got, Jared Goff, 300-plus passing yards, plus 175 at Fanatics. This line's insane. I don't even know how Fanatics can afford to keep the lights on, giving away free money like this. The Minnesota Vikings are the third best team in the NFL in terms of opponent rushing yards per attempt. So even with Jahmyr Gibbs, the Lions are going to struggle a little bit running the ball, okay? That means that Goff is going to have to air it out a little bit, and we all know he can do that, especially on the Vikings, who gave up the third most passing yards to the quarterback position this season. I think this game has absolute shootout written all over it. And since that's the case, we have to take this at plus 175. It just feels too right.
Well, it feels good.
McEwen, you should say something other than it feels good. I would go with
I was reading a stat, so I was like half listening, but it felt good.
It did feel good. It did feel good. It did feel good. I'm going to go ahead and go.
All right, I'm going all incentives, guys. This is an incentive week. All right, so it's going to be an incentive-based Thunderdome.
Nobody knows about those.
No one knows about them, right? So we're going to be looking. Some of these guys can make some big-time money, guys. So Cortland Sutton, all right, you can get $500,000 if he gets 82 more yards. So I wouldn't mind $500,000. So what we're going to do, We're going to target him 90 plus, all right, at plus 150. Taking on the Chiefs. We know the Broncos need to win this game, punch their playoff ticket. Chiefs are sitting there, guys. They're not going to be too worried about it. Broncos need it. They're going to feed Sutton in this game. Now, the last couple games, he struggled, right? If you look at his stats the last few games, but if you guys know me, these are the spots I love to attack. He's won 3 games under 60 yards. That's not great. But 2 games before that, he won 102 and 97. So he was feeling good. He won cold. He's going to feel good again. His first game against Kansas City, he had a big-time game, 6 for 70. So he was right around that number. Also had a touchdown. Broncos are going to roll. Sutton's going to have a big game, and he's going to make $500,000. So Courtland Sutton there at 80 plus.
At 80 plus or 90 plus?
Or I'm sorry, 90 plus. You're right. I did say he needs 82. So we're just going to go 90, right? I
think just going to stop throwing to him.
They're going to let him go get 90. So let him keep going.
I like that's smart. That's smart. Modi, it's up to you, buddy. You're but in the middle of these, give it a nice little pause so we can talk a little shit about your pick.
Sure. No, that's completely reasonable. First of all, I love both of those. The Sutton one, I have on my own. It's not going to make the Thunderdome, but I do think that's great. I'm going to go same thing I did last week. We're going to go Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Give the people something to sweat out every day of the weekend. Shout out to me for that. So we'll go NBA tonight. Malik Beasley, 20 plus points, plus 200 odds at Caesars. Somebody should get fired for pricing this at plus 200 odds. I'm one of 2 for getting fired picks for the week. So 50% hit rate is great.
Not bad.
This should be priced almost half. Yep. Almost half. So if you wanted to be safe, his over under is at either 15.5 or 16.5, depending on where you look. No chance I'm doing that. Makes no sense. Only 3 times this year has he scored between 16.5 and 19.5. And I'd much rather take plus 200 odds than like minus 120.
Correct.
So playing the Hornets, the defense, not a total abomination, but there are some matchup advantages in favor of Malik Beasley. Number one, he scored 20 points in 13 of his last 24 games. So that's above 50% hit rate. I could do that math. And this is still priced at plus 200. He's averaging about 20 points per game in that stretch, but he's an all or nothing type of guy. So if he's getting over 16, he's getting 20. And not only has he scored 20 points in, again, 13 of his last 24 games, he's done it in all 3 games without Jaden Ivey. Unfortunately, Jaden Ivey broke his leg, probably out for the year. In 3 games this year without Jaden Ivey, he scored 26, 28, and 26 points. So well above the 20-point number that we need to get. And the Hornets have allowed the second most catch and shoot 3-point attempts in the NBA over the last 10 games, the 3rd most made. Malik Beasley, that's all he does. He catches the ball and he shoots. He scores the 2nd most points per game off of catch and shoot opportunities, both on the year and over the last 10 games. This line should be priced at even money at best. We're getting plus 200. I just thought that was crazy.
Man, I can already hear the haters in the comments right now. They're going to call you a little bitch for not going 25 plus. What do you say to those people? And just know that I would never call you something like that.
Of course not. But those are the haters. Yeah. To those people, I would say plus 200 still means that we're
plus 25 plus.
Probably above plus 200.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, to the haters, I would say he's hit 20 plus in 13 of 24 games. And I definitely know he hasn't done 25 plus in 13 of 24 games.
Well, no, I think they're more talking about the fact that it's without Ivy. And I think whenever you named all the numbers that he put up with Ivy out, I think all those numbers were higher than 25. Is that correct?
That's true, but they barely were. Only 26 and 2 of them. That almost doesn't even count.
McEwen, weigh in on this. If it barely goes over, do we still get paid?
We do. I think technically we do. Right. Yes.
Good. Yeah. I wasn't sure.
There's an asterisk next to it, but it counts. Yeah.
But they still give you the money though.
They still give you the money. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So
money is real.
Do we know what the price would be if people did want to go 25 plus on Malik Beasley? Does anybody know that or no? Because I'm on OddsJam right now. I can find out. But I was hoping someone else had it because I don't really want to do all the work. You know what I mean?
If you give
the show already,
25 plus is plus 550.
Okay. Is that better than plus 200?
Yeah. Is it 5 more points?
Correct. Okay. No, just checking just a second here. You know what? We should move on. What's your next one?
Yeah, my next one is another one that has no shot of losing. We're going to go for Saturday's game. Pat Freiermuth, 50 plus receiving yards, plus 235 odds at Bet365. I know John's going to say take 60 plus at plus 400. You could do that. You could also take 40 plus at plus 132. I just wanted to split the difference. I'm appeasing both the haters and the losers that like to water plays down. The Bengals are a tight end defense that you want to target, right? I mean, they've allowed the third most receiving yards per game to tight ends on the year. Since week 8, they're also allowing the third most receiving yards per game to tight ends, but more. They're allowing 64 on the year. They're allowing 70 since week 8. With Russ as the starter, Pat Freiermuth has hit at least 40 yards in 5 of 10 games, but 4 of them he's gotten 50. So like the 50+ number makes complete sense. He's also done it in 4 of his last 6 games. He did it last week against the Chiefs. Another tight end defense. He actually had 60 receiving yards against the Chiefs. The last 60. Yeah, we could go 60. We could go. The last time he played the Bengals, he had 68 receiving yards, which is also more than 60 per John's point, per the haters. That was back on December 1st last year, which I get, different quarterback, different situation, but it helps my argument, so I'm going to make it. He had 100 receiving yards against the Bengals last year. So we just need him to get half that, 50 plus for plus 235 odds. I like it.
Yeah, that feels right. I'm a big Freiermuth guy. We'll probably hear more about that later on in the show. But before we do that, let's see what Dead Press has to say with his second pick.
All right.
Like everybody's waiting for this.
We're staying incentives, all right? And I kind of hate this price because as a first touchdown scorer or plus 300, but his anytime touchdowns minus 250, so we're not going to do that.
Can't do that.
Derrick Henry, though. All right.
Derrick Henry,
yeah, he gets $500,000 for a touchdown. Thing is he hasn't really scored much lately. If you look at his last 5 games, he's 1 touchdown. So he's been waiting for this $500,000 for a while. So now he's due.
Yep, right. He fits your bounce back theory as well, too.
Right, exactly. Yeah, he's going to score at some point. We just have to hope it's first. But they're playing the Browns, guys, and if you've watched the Browns the last couple weeks, it just keeps getting worse. The Ravens are a 20-point favorite in this game, so I don't think Cleveland's going to score first. And as we know, in the red zone, no one better than Derrick Henry. So still getting decent value at plus 300. But if you want to put it in the parlay and you want to be safe, anytime touchdown, I think it's a very safe parlay piece. But if I threw out a minus 250 here, I might be banned from the Thunderdome for a while. First touchdown plus 300, or you could go 2 touchdowns. How about this? 2 touchdowns is actually only plus 220 though, so you're getting more value there on the first touchdown. I think he gets it done, and we cash in at plus 300 and $500,000 for the King.
Yeah, I think he scores twice. I mean, we'll see.
I
don't see why he wouldn't.
Well, then they're playing for the division, right? Like they have to try still. So they're probably going to try really hard in the first half, go up by like 21, and then maybe slow it down a little bit in the second half. But that first possession, they're going to be trying, guys. So yeah, Henry's going to score.
I love when they try.
Me too. It's the best.
All right, so I'm going to go with a gentleman named Pat Freiermuth. Maybe we've heard of him. Over 3.5 receptions, plus 105 at BetMGM. All right, so here's the thing with this one. I know Modi gave out the yards. We can also give out the receptions too. There's no rule against that.
Yeah.
I tried to bet a half unit on this thing, but BetMGM would only take 92 cents from me on this one. 92 cents. Okay, a lot of the haters are going to say that I could just go to another book, but they're forgetting something. Those other books are all at like minus 105 or higher. Okay, I'm old, and if you know anything about old people, they want the best possible price. All right, that's just how we roll. It's been like that for a long time. My grandfather and his friends didn't storm the beaches of Normandy and kill a bunch of French people just for me to have to go through this shit, okay? Look it up, educate yourself. But here's the thing. I get why BetMGM is so scared about this. The Bengals cannot cover tight ends, okay? On the season, no team in the NFL has given up more receptions to the tight end position. So when the Steelers get behind in this thing and need a little bit of magic, they're going to turn to their tight end, all right? The same tight end that caught 6 balls against these guys the last time they played, okay? We only need 4 this time. This feels right.
Now,
I bet you love it, Modi.
Well, I'm just curious. If he had 6 last time, why not just go 5 plus or 6 plus for a lot more money?
I don't think people do that. I think what they want to do is lock in a nice win and then move on with their lives. You know what I'm saying? But if you wanted to, you could go up that, but you're not going to get a great price on it. All right. This thing at plus 105, price to move, little 4 catches, and you're out of there. I don't know anybody that would just push their luck like that and climb a ladder. That doesn't make sense.
No, go ahead.
No, I mean, I would do it, John. I would ladder it up a little bit.
See what happens. We could go 5 catches, 6 catches even. I mean, this is all in play, all right? Because what's going to happen is the Bengals are going to come out fighting, all right?
Yep.
I don't that they're going to make the playoffs. I think because they need 2 things to happen, right? They need the Broncos and the Dolphins to lose.
Yeah, they need a lot of help.
And that sucks, man. That really does suck because I think one of those teams are going to win, if not both of them. But this is Saturday night. They don't know that yet. They have no idea. Both of those teams could just come out flat the next day. So they have to come out and kill people. So I think the Bengals play from ahead. But here's the thing. The Steelers, not that bad. Not that bad at all. They can move the ball through there a little bit, especially with Freiermuth. If you want to do – it looks like we got a 475 at Caesars hanging out. So if you want to do 6 catches, just 6, just what he did last time, that's 475. That's insane. That shouldn't be right. Caesar would be rolling over in his grave right now if he saw that they're giving out plus 475 for that. That's crazy. All right, so let's move on, though. Let's move on. I'm going to keep this one very quick. All right, it's going to be Sam Darnold, 300-plus passing yards, plus 145 at DK. Again, I don't want to insult anybody's intelligence here by offering an explanation. We just watched this guy go 377 last week against the Green Bay Packers. When the Vikings need this guy, he's going to turn up, okay? That's just how he rolls. The Lions are not bad against the run, but the main reason that Darnold should get over this is because the Lions are going to score all over the Vikings defense. We just talked about it, okay? They just hung a 30-burger on them the last time, and they didn't even use J-Mo that game, okay? So we could be looking at 40-plus points out of the Lions. But we just saw the 49ers do the same thing last week, okay? Brock Purdy ended up throwing for 377 on these guys once the Lions started scoring. So all we need is 300. It's plus 145. It feels too right.
That one sounds good too, John. They're all sounding good.
I mean, if you wanted to, if you want to be a little bitch about it, 325, 350, all those are in play because this is a shootout. Shootout, just waiting for it to happen. Absolute shootout. Sunday night could be the greatest night of our lives.
You need a lot of shootouts this weekend.
I just feel like I'm a big shootout guy.
Well, every game's kind of like
nice.
Like, how many of these games actually matter? 4 of them, right? 5?
Not a lot.
There's not a lot of games that matter. I was trying to stay with games that mattered.
Me too, but it's hard, right?
I only found 2 that I like, you know what I'm saying, for betting.
Yeah, that Vikings, I'm trying to find something in that game too, but not for the Thunderdome. But hopefully we get a big one there. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just hope for a bunch of points and all the props cash.
Yeah, I mean, no, unless you're taking under. We're still kind of waiting on your third one.
All right. Well, here's the thing. I'm going to go for – can I do a 2-touchdown prop here? So a lot of the Thunderdomes that
3 if you want.
Listen, we were doing all the alt lines and all that. I tuned it back a little bit. Now, for the parlay, you guys could just do an anytime touchdown because I don't know if you want to throw the 2. You can do both. You can do whatever you want. But
yeah,
we're going to take –
they can do whatever they want, man.
They can. Anything. Tony Pollard, guys. He can make a bag on Sunday. So 83 rushing yards. He gets $250,000. 2 rushing touchdowns, another $250,000. So he could walk away with a lot of money in this game. And I believe there's another. Those are the 2. Yeah, I thought he had one more. But we're going to take Pollard to score twice. All right, at plus 500. Playing the Texans, game doesn't matter to them. Titans, let's end the season strong. Let's end the season with a win. Those are actually favored in this game. But Tony Pollard here, anytime touchdown is minus 120. So if you want to do that, it's a minus sign again, not allowed in the Thunderdome. But if you want to put it in the parlay just to make it a little bit easier for yourself, but 2 touchdowns here, we have to take advantage of this. I don't see his rushing yards right now on DraftKings, but even if you throw that in, like a anytime touchdown with his rushing yards, something like that, he's going to get it done. He's going to walk away, guys, with $500,000 also in this game. And I'll win the Thunderdome. I think mathematically I might be able to win the Thunderdome just with that pick. But if Tony Pollard scores twice, I will be feeling pretty good.
That is a wild, wild move. Does anyone know, has he scored twice this season?
In his career?
Let me fact check this. I would say yes. I would say he's done it in his career. He has not done it this season. He only has 5 touchdowns this season. So rushing. You know what? I could be wrong. Let's see. You know what?
I'll get receiving touchdowns too, though.
That's what I mean. I'm trying to see.
Big pass catching guy.
He does not have any receiving touchdowns this year.
Okay.
So he's due.
He's due.
Yeah, very due. I like it. No, we want due. Like Matt already said, he wants to take guys that haven't been doing it lately. And by lately, in this case, it's the entire season.
All right. So the last time he scored 2 touchdowns, guys, opening game last year. All right. Okay. 2 touchdowns against the Giants.
Closing game.
What a nice bookend. Yep.
Yeah, he's a big bookend guy.
Maybe he is. Maybe right. So he could do it. He could do it. But yeah, Tony Pollard, 2 touchdowns.
Let's go. I almost called you Tommy because it says Tommy on the graphics I was given because, again, Tommy was a very, very late scratch.
Very late. It's like an NBA
late scratch. Like we had graphics built already when he got scratched. But it's Modai instead. What's up, Modai? You're going to have to bring us home. Just know that if this pick loses, people are going to be super mad because we've already given out 8 that have won. So this would be the pick that loses the Thunderdome parlay if it loses. But no pressure. Yeah,
no pressure at all.
Just keep that in mind. That's all.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, it's important to know. Yeah, so Jared Goff is obviously throwing for 300 yards. He's probably going to get to 400. I'm pretty confident that 100 of those receiving yards is going to go to Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's at plus 300 odds at FanDuel is what I was able to get it at. You could take 70 plus at minus 108. You could take 90 plus at plus 210, but we're not doing any of that. We're just going 100 plus.
Yeah, we don't pitch on here.
Yeah, not for the last one, not for Sunday night. I mean, you made a lot of the arguments that I was already going to make. The run defense for the Vikings is awesome. Their pass funnel. What I also like about the Vikings is they're a fast start on offense type of team. Like they'll score on the first touchdowns on the first 2 drives. Teams are going to need to pass against them. They have the highest expected pass rate in the NFL. A couple nerd stats for you guys. And teams that pass the ball with a lot of success.
Means.
Expected pass rate. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure what
my expectations or someone else.
Yeah, whose expectations is it?
Whose expectations are you talking about here?
Per RotoWire.
Okay, RotoWire
they have pretty
expectations.
Yeah, they have pretty good expectations.
That's very credible. Yes.
Yeah. And teams have success passing the ball against the Vikings. 2nd most receiving yards per game allowed to wide receivers on the most receptions since week 10. 3rd most receiving yards to wide receivers. And just look at Amon-Ra's last 3 games against the Vikings. 100 plus in all 3. 106 last year, 144 last year, 112 in the first game this year. As you mentioned, they didn't even bother using JMO in that game. So maybe they're just going to say, hey, it worked last time. Let's just do it again. But yeah, 100 plus for Amon-Ra St. Brown, plus 200 odds. As you would say, it just feels right.
Yeah, I mean, we need more plus 200s. So that's big.
Plus 300.
Oh, plus 300. Sorry.
Even better.
Yeah, that's actually a lot better.
This parlay would pay us, guys. We would be very wealthy if this hits.
What do we know what it's going to pay? I think it's like $262,000 or something.
Yeah, like that. And a little extra.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think it's $333,000, $133, something like that.
Yeah, you were just going off of plus 200 with the first number. You forgot to add the extra. Not your fault.
I didn't carry the 2. On like the
that's always confused me a little bit.
Yeah. But no, I mean $330,000 for something. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like this is definitely hitting. I feel like that would be a good start to the year. I mean, it's the first Thunderdome of the year. I don't know how we would top it, but we would try because we're not going to quit. You know what I mean? We're going to keep going. All right, that feels good. Guys, I got to get out of here. I got a lot I got to do before the afternoon starts, and it's about to start really soon.
29 minutes, John.
Yeah, we don't got a lot of time.
You got to keep going.
Modai, you are at Jedi Modai on Twitter still? You didn't change it or anything?
Nope.
Okay, good. And Matt, you're still DeadPresPicks. You didn't change that at all. So make sure both of these guys are followed on Twitter. Yes. Do not follow Tommy G at Tommy G Wins Again.
20 accounts, yeah.
Yeah. He needs to be penalized. Again, very late scratch. I mean, probably the latest scratch we've ever had on this show. But yeah, so hope you get better, Tommy, if you're watching. Again, follow me at Slop Rules on Twitter. Subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be back at 4 p.m. We're going to hit the tools at Odds Jam, and we're going to make some cash. I can't wait to do it. I'm going to show you every bet that we do, so it's going to be incredible. Don't want to miss that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.